Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here, guys. Today I am reviewing a new minimalism fragrance, new in my collection, new on the market. I'm talking about Ajwad by Lattafa. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Top Notes by Tope. I've seen this fragrance reviewed on her channel and her review actually made me purchase this fragrance. I will link her review in the description box. But guys, basically this is a beautiful fragrance in terms of presentation. It catches your eye for sure. I think Lattafa with this one paid attention a bit more to details, you know. They have a beautiful packaging. Hold on, let me actually show the packaging. Okay guys, so I hope you can see this is the packaging and it opens up like this. Make sure you have the 3D Lattafa logo when you're buying Lattafa fragrances because guys, there are fake Lattafa fragrances on the market. I had this conversation with someone in the comments like a week ago, a week and a half I think, and he actually told me he's from Southeast Asia if I remember correctly, and he actually told me that there are fake Lattafa fragrances that are being sold as Lattafa fragrances, you know, so definitely check out for the 3D logo. So yes, now guys, this fragrance, first of all, let me start by telling you that this is a chameleon. Okay, like if I were to do this review like a few days after I bought this fragrance, my review would be totally different than to what it is now. And I think that has to do with something another one of you guys told me in the comment section. And I love, by the way, I love the fact that we can all learn from each other. I absolutely love that. So someone told me that with the Lattafa fragrances you're supposed to spray them, basically you're supposed to spray them, then you should let them sit for a while, and then they almost like the scent changes, but like it, in a good way changes. And with this one, oh my gosh, I have to agree. When I first tried this fragrance, it reminded me a lot of Roses Vanille by Mancera and of Intense Café by Montale, but like a more of a unisex leaning, more masculine version of those, with an added like breath of cold fresh air in the fragrance, and basically the woodier, more masculine leaning version. Now guys, after a while, when I actually decided to retest this one and to actually gather my thoughts to make a review, this one smells very different, guys. Okay, this is the fragrance. The only problem that I have is, you see this? Yeah, it doesn't click into place, so it's like flimsy. Whatever, I will just take it off. Guys, this is beautiful. First of all, if you've smelled Roses Vanille, if you've smelled Intense Café, you will pick up the common DNA. This is not a dupe of those. I think this goes into its own direction, but it for sure has similarities. How do I know it has similarities, guys? Because whenever I wear this fragrance, my partner compliments me and he says that, oh, I love Roses Vanille on you. So yes. And when you test them side by side, indeed they are different, but I feel like when you smell them in the air, it's very like, for him, who's not really into fragrances as much as I am, he immediately assumed I was wearing Roses Vanille, so just keep that in mind. Presentation wise, I think Lattafa did an amazing job. I love the color palette. To me, this does not look and feel cheap. It looks very beautiful. This comes in 60 ml. It is an eau de parfum concentration, and let me actually show the sprayer. It's beautiful. Guys, like I said, to me this is a chameleon. If I were to describe it, I would say that this one in the opening is a dense, sugary vanilla fragrance with hints of woodiness and spiciness on a base that's very airy. With this one is very interesting, guys. Sometimes I get this warmth from it, sometimes I get this, to me it smells like cool mountain air breeze. Now that I'm smelling it, I don't get that cool airy vibe anymore, but I just get that airy vibe. I don't think that this is a dark fragrance. I think this is quite a bright, dense and complex fragrance. If I were to describe this one, guys, imagine like you have white sugar, you pour over some vanilla essence, and that's the sugary vanilla I'm talking about. That's the vibe I get. It's sweet, but it's dry. It's very dry. You get more of the sugar than the vanilla. You don't get this like gourmand vanilla here. It's almost like the wind blows through this fragrance, like, if that makes sense. Or like, yeah, basically guys, this is a dry, sugary vanilla fragrance with woody nuances and a very a heavy dose of musk in the background to just like lift up the scent and to make it project. It might have some fruity touches, but like dried fruits they're in the background, but this is not your typical fruity fragrance. And also guys, like it has this very strong airy, somehow it's very airy, but it still has some spicy slight woody nuances in the background, and then you get this sugary, like white sugary mixed with vanilla vibe. And I also get this slight spicy touch here from the cinnamon, and I get almost a bit of cardamom. Even though it's not the most unique fragrance, don't get me wrong, this is not the most unique fragrance. If you've smelled the DNA of Roses Vanille, or if you've smelled the DNA of Intense Cafe, or all the other fragrances that are supposed to dupe or clone those, then I feel like you will get that vibe here. But I feel like they took that vibe and then they took it in their own direction, like they made it go in their own direction, you know. So it still has something new to it. It's not a clone or it's not a dupe for those. I feel I get compliments when I wear it. My partner thinks I'm wearing Roses Vanille. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm just letting you know. Guys, on my skin, if the mask would have been more toned down, then I would say that this goes into the Gourmand section. But because that airy mask is so powerful on my skin, I think that stops it from going like into the legit Gourmand fragrances. To me, this doesn't have a Middle Eastern vibe at all. So if you're not into Middle Eastern fragrances, I think you could still use this one. If you were to ask me, to me, this is a safe blind buy, like super safe blind buy. But I would say that this leans more on the feminine side, honestly. Usually when I get my fragrances, I like to test them on my skin, and then I like to test them on my partner's skin. On him, guys, I'm telling you this because I know some men are watching my channel as well. So guys, basically on my partner's skin, that cold mountain air vibe, it's even stronger. On him it's not as gourmand, as sweet as it's on my skin, but it's still leaning very feminine, honestly. Also guys, like on him it's not as dense. Like this is a very, like this on my skin, it's a very dense fragrance. It has depth to it, it's complex. I feel like on his skin it's not as dense. It's almost like it's a tad bit lighter. In terms of performance, I have to make a disclaimer. When I said how long a fragrance lasts on my skin, keep in mind that if you have hair on your arms, the fragrance will stick to your hairs and it will last longer. That's a fact. I don't have hair on my arms. I take it off, okay? So this is why fragrance doesn't have anything to stick to on my skin. So this is why fragrances usually do not last that much on my skin. You might get more if you get more, like you. Okay, so guys, on my skin I get around 4 hours. On clothes, guys, I get a full day wear, honestly. Even the next day, if I smell the blouse, for instance, like if I were to spray this one here on my blouse, and if I were to smell it the next day, I would still get the fragrance. I feel like this in the first hour, this projects. Like this really projects. Meaning that, guys, like I was on the other side of the room, my partner was, like I said, on the other side of the room, and he could actually smell my fragrance and he complimented my fragrance. Also, like I feel like when you walk, this leaves a central behind you, but again, only in the first 2 hours. Like after that, I feel like it doesn't project as much. But if people get very close to you, I feel like they will smell you for sure. I would overspray this one, to be very honest. Like I said, I would overspray it, 10-15 sprays, even more, depends. But I would overspray because to me this needs to be oversprayed. But if you overspray it, this will project like crazy in the first hour. Like it's the kind of fragrance to me that fills the room, not because of how strong, or how to explain it to you guys. Like I feel like the mask used here almost makes the fragrance like explode, you know, like it makes it very projecting, basically. If you are a fan of Middle Eastern fragrances, I actually know a fragrance that smells extremely similar to this one. It's called Majestic. It's by the brand I'm sorry, I forgot the brand. I will insert it somewhere here, and I will insert the fragrance here. That's the fragrance, guys. If you have it, just so you know, they're very similar, like very similar, but between the two, I would say that the one from Lattafa for sure smells more high quality, and it lasts better, guys. Like it for sure lasts better. Between the two, I would advise you to go for Ajwad, honestly, because it's everything about Ajwad is better than this one. To me, this is the kind of fragrance that you can wear it all year round. You can wear it in the warmer months, you can wear it in the colder months. I don't think that this can become cloying. Now guys, in terms of how versatile this one is, to me this is like extremely versatile. You could wear this during the daytime, during the nighttime, like I said, all seasons, all occasions, all outfits. I don't think this is a very demanding fragrance. I don't think this is a very elegant fragrance. To me, this is a casual fragrance. This is a very modern fragrance. This is the kind of fragrance that it's easy to like, it's easy to enjoy. If people smell it on you, they are curious to know what smells so good, you know. So yes guys, this is everything I wanted to tell you. I hope you found this review useful. If you have it in your collection, I would absolutely love to know what are your thoughts about this one. Do you like it? Do you wear it? How do you find it? Do you find it unisex? Do you find it feminine, masculine? How do you find it? Thank you so much for watching guys. If you have anything to tell me, please put it in the comment section down below, and I promise that I will get back to you. So yes guys, thank you so much for watching, and I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are. Bye. Mwah.